Good morning, everybody. It's Mondays with Bev and Paul, and it is the first Monday in 2026. And hi, my name's Paul.
Oh, good morning. This is Bev.
Happy New Year! I
Happy New Year,
feel
Paul.
like the year's already half done, so it's already the fifth. like, where did
What?
it go? All right, we're going to have a great show today. There's a link to a video that we're going to talk about the research in gentle touch. And I had taken some notes, and I left my notes at home, so I got together with my pal Chat, and Chat and I downloaded the transcript, and it came up with these great points that we're going to talk about the power of gentle touch, the importance of gentle touch, and this is really a good way to start the year because it's really about the global community because everybody's the same, right?
Everybody.
Yeah,
Yep. The
it
same stuff.
it's the same stuff and it all functions the same way. So this is really relevant, as you were saying, as we grow into 2026 here. So let's go over some of these points, and Bev's going to just chime in when she wants to here as I read what Chat told us about. So the first point that comes up in this video is gentle touch is not optimal. It's a biological necessity.
Wow.
I mean, what a way to start. Touch is as essential as air and food for human well being. Gentle touch regulates the entire organism. Touch affects mental health, immune function, pain perception, stress levels, and longevity. It's the foundation to life itself. You know,
Go figure.
and so Chat talked about how that relates to biotouch, and it says biotouch works because it engages this essential human system, not because it forces change, but because it supports what the body already knows how to do.
Yeah. Yeah. We've said that how many times? The body is the healer here.
Yeah,
BioTouch is giving our bodies a medium through which to bring itself into a state of balance and wholeness and health.
yeah. It's innate. It's innate.
It's innate
It
in
doesn't.
every single one of
I
us.
know.
Yeah,
Close your
right.
eyes and they're all the same. You
All
know.
the same.
Touch is our first language. I was just going to say, no matter what your language, no matter where you speak, what you speak, or how you speak, touch
Yeah.
is our first language. It's brought through the minute you're born. Dr. Stevenson talked about that when she used to deliver babies. That's
Oh
your
my
first
gosh.
touch, and
That's
actually,
right.
she found it's actually the last sense too. Is the sense of
That's
touch.
interesting too. Kind of reminds me of her little thing when she came up with that kangaroo touch, like a mother's touch. What happens when that baby's born? They hand it to the mom.
Yeah, yeah.
That it like ignites something in us,
We've been watching Call the Midwife, and every time there's a birth baby, the first thing is handing it over to the mother. Let me
Right?
give you the
It's just
baby. I
that
mean,
gentle, loving touch.
yeah. And so infants rely on touch for safety, bonding, and regulation of breathing, temperature, and blood sugar. Touch teaches us, quote, I'm not alone, quote, I belong, quote, I am safe. BioTouch, Chat tells us, communicates care and presence.
Kind of reminds me of that community. I belong. I am part of something. I am connected. That's the community of what's coming. Unity, brotherhood, love.
Yeah.
It's already here. BioTouch is
And,
already here.
and part of our mission statement is to create a chain that will go on
On
indefinitely.
That's it. Absolutely. Here we are.
Number three from Chat about this video. Again, the video there's a link to it there if you want to watch it in detail. Gentle touch changes the brain and nervous system. Touch changes brain chemistry immediately and measurably. EEG studies show gentle touch slows brain waves into a deeply relaxed restorative state. It releases the cocktail of neurochemicals, oxytocin and endorphins.
How many presenters have we had on our Thursday health condition workshops that talk about those two chemicals that
Yeah.
touch releases. Yes.
And that's the reason we had a dear friend of ours, Paul Appleby, who brought us into his drug rehab group because he felt BioTouch did that. I mean, we had no research on that, but now it's showing in the research that gentle, we're talking about gentle touch here,
Gentle
folks.
touch.
That kind
Yes.
of touch that BioTouch, we call it butterfly-like touch.
That's right.
You know, this is the kind of touch that we've been using here since I've been doing it for 35 years, you know. And the key phrase from Chad is every gentle touch literally goes under our skin.
Ooh. Mm.
Down. Now, here's an interesting thing because it talked about just recently about the brain. And so I remember hearing in there that it doesn't really go to the brain first. And this discovery of pleasure touch nerves, they're called C-tactile afferents, and scientists have discovered a special nerve system dedicated only to gentle, pleasant touch. These nerves respond best to slow stroking, light pressure, and the warmth. These signals travel more slowly but go directly to areas of the brain tied to emotions, self-perception, social bonding. So there's an interesting part. I remembered I asked Chat to find it. It says there's a section describing research where touch signals are first processed in the spinal cord before they reach the brain.
Oh, there we go.
It explains that the signal from a gentle touch must first enter the spinal cord's dorsal horn and interact with the interneurons there. Only after this spinal level processing does the information travel up to the brain. This suggests that touch is partially differentiated and interpreted at the spinal level before the brain gets involved.
Wow.
I was just like,
There goes all that woo-woo stuff people thought about gentle touch. It's now medically, scientifically being proven
yeah.
that gentle touch is
And isn't it
so
interesting?
important.
In our manual, the first thing we teach is the spinal column and
Yes.
all the nerves
Yes.
that go to all
Yes.
the
The
organs.
branches of nerves that go. Oh, I tell you.
You know, and we always said, well, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say all this stuff, everything that we're talking about with BioTouch has been here at least for 35 years since you introduced it to the consciousness of humanity and been holding it for 35 years. It's already been here the whole time.
Right.
The same words that we
It's just amazing. I mean, I was so blown away by this video. Yeah, and the video was actually posted by Hala in Egypt, you know,
Of
and
course.
so and then we've sent the video to our German Michaela in Germany and said, get hold of these folks. We want to hook them up with
Right.
Kenna and do some more research with
Oh my gosh.
this machine that we had, this MRI machine for the brain,
Yes.
you know. So
Yes, with that frontal lobe and the cortex. Oh my
yeah.
gosh. Absolutely.
So, you know, that's what we teach. We teach you all the nerves. And so, you know, in other words, a lot of times we've said to people, if all you can do is the greeting and do the back set,
Accent, my goodness.
you're going to do a healing session. And then this
Yeah, I
talks
mean,
about it.
really.
It has to go through the spinal program first before it reaches the brain. Amazing. And then it goes on, the synopsis here, why touch from another person is different. The brain suppresses self-touch. It's predictable.
Right.
And I always thought about when people say, well, can I work on myself? And I say, well, can you tickle yourself?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Because
Our answer is, yeah, you can, but
not going to have the same result because touch from
No.
another person activates reward centers, social cognition regions, and meaning-making areas of the brain. It explains why self-soothing helps regulate stress, but cannot replace caring human contact. BioTouch tie-in here is BioTouch is powerful because it is received, not performed on oneself. It reawakens relational healing.
oh boy, there's that relationship of healing we constantly talk about.
Yes. And what we talk about too, because there's this reciprocal thing, which would be an interesting research, and I think it talked about it somewhere. Oh yeah, the
It
community
does.
implant, that as I give, I'm receiving. You
Yes,
know,
that's
that gentle touch. And it's got to be, because if I'm using these fingers and I'm touching them lightly, it's got to be registering back.
something.
Yeah.
That's right. Absolutely right.
It's just too incredible, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's why we say, and we probably will be able to answer that differently now. No, because you're self-regulating. You can't. It's predictable. You already
It's
know what your
predictable.
problem is. You can't. The ego can't separate itself from its own pain,
Exactly.
compared to when someone else touches
Someone
me from
else.
out. Yeah,
Well,
it's
and we talk about that healing comes from a community, whether it's two people in a relationship or a group of people. We got to take a look, of course, at what healing really means, but the more the better that community of people worldwide. Can you imagine using biotouch? It's giving and receiving, which is the degree of a perfect relationship, both receiving, both giving.
so we'll
That's what a relationship is.
so we'll skip to the number 8 thing where it talks about that. Touch builds community and belonging. That's also in this video. Touch strengthens social bonds and resilience. The oxytocin, what that does is it deepens trust, increases cooperation, improves immune response, and it's linked to longer life in close relationships. Giving touch is also rewarding. Healing is reciprocal. So
Perfect.
that's part of the research they found, just what you
I
said.
know.
I mean, it's like,
We're not surprised, are we? No,
no, we're
not
just
at all.
flabbergasted.
I know. Well, it's that's what I was saying. It's actually scientifically supporting what we have been saying all this time.
Right. And people, you know, most people who, you know, so like we say to people, you don't have to believe in it, just do it. And this is showing why that's, you know,
Right.
so
It's
now
not
people,
woo-woo.
you know, now people can, oh, well, this is why it works. I mean, you know,
Right.
if you need that, that's fine. If you like to live a simple life like Bev and I do, then just touch. And that's why we say,
Right.
just touch. You
Just
don't need to
touch.
know all this, but all this stuff is fun to go over. As number 6 says here, touch reduces stress and buffers trauma. Now that's an interesting one. Pleasant
Ooh.
touch dramatically lowers cortisol levels, which Dr. Stevenson
Oh
found in our
man,
research.
cortisol.
Yeah, so
I mean, doctors are really finding cortisol levels have a high impact on your overall health. And if BioTouch regulates that, come on,
right. Right. And what she
amazing.
found too is it raised interleukin 12 levels,
Yep.
which builds your immune system. And so this light
Right.
touch is, and it's buffering our trauma. You know, when touch is missing, the nervous system looks for replacement rewards, the drugs and the, you know, all
Hmm.
those kinds of things. And that again was Paul Appleby brought us to his drug rehab community to replace those, you know, external reward systems that people were going for.
Right.
Then touch relieves physical and emotional pain. Gentle touch can directly inhibit pain signals. The brain receives both pain signals and soothing signals. So the nervous system then turns down the volume on pain. Touch also helps with emotional pain. And what you talked about was not just relief, but a release of emotional pain.
Yes. Releasing.
Yeah, and we have
Yeah.
that with that woman that we worked with at the drug rehab community. And once working on her shoulder, she just started crying and bawling and was able to remember her sexual abuse and being kicked in that shoulder. And once she came to
Crazy.
that release, she had no
Yes.
more pain.
It is. Oh my.
All through a light touch.
I know.
And then
Crazy.
as we wrap this up here to talk a little more, it goes, modern life is touch deprived.
Mm.
We touch screens more than people. That's a good one.
Ooh, wow.
Digital connection does not replace physical presence. Reduced touch correlates with reduced well-being. And as it said here in chat's closing statement, it said, In a high-tech world, gentle human touch may be one of the most powerful healing tools we have left, and one of the most ancient.
Oh, let's not forget.
BioTouch, though we call it that, though we have only been acknowledging it as a system for
Yeah,
35 years, is
yeah,
ancient. I mean, we have
ancient.
ancient Egyptian people doing this healing work. I've met Lomi Lomi therapists uh, in Hawaii, indigenous people. No matter who I've met in the indigenous communities, they've all told me light touch is what they used to do for their healing.
Yes, yes. I mean, they were more connected to their, more self-aware even back then, as much as we think we're so civilized and got a corner on all this stuff. They were more in tune with their bodies, I think.
Yes.
And these things were registered more readily. This is an ancient thing that, and again, it belongs to humanity. We've carried it through our history for since ancient times. It's always been there, right? And now it's just time for it to resurface in this amazing point of history for us. It's time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's time, and the time is for all of you to simply do it. Again, what we've always said, if all you can do is that greeting, you're starting that process.
Yeah.
And now I can see why. And if you can just get A of the headset with another human, and again, we talked a little bit before about how, oh, well, working on yourself's got to be okay too, or thinking about somebody working on you. I mean, those are all fine and good, but there's nothing as powerful as we're seeing here of getting another human being
Right.
to touch you or you touch
Yeah.
another one, even as simple as that greeting, which are powerful
Even as
points.
simple. Yeah. I've always thought about BioTouch um, saying, now, kiddies, you have to play together now. You can't be separated
Right?
anymore. And this has been a pattern and a thought form and a history of us thinking that we're separate from each other. BioTouch, one of the great gifts it's going to give us is to help us remember that that is a big illusion. We have never been separated. It's impossible. And so here it is to bring us back into the community of something higher
Yeah.
than this.
So start it. Start it today. I have a couple that comes in every other week, and they brought their little grandchild in, 2 year old. I don't even think it's 2 years old. And so I mentioned that. I said, and they learned BioTouch. They started doing it on each other. I said, okay,
Yeah.
have you started working with the baby? And they were like, oh,
Huh?
completely, And so they started doing it with the little child. They took the two fingers and BioTouch, and they just started touching BioTouch. But that's how it starts.
Right,
Start it with the young ones, and start it with our
right.
elders, and start it in our communities, and start it when you gather for Thanksgiving or Christmas. Just doing the greeting, just some kind of light touch on the skin. You
Yeah,
got to get it on the skin, and
on
that's
the
the most
skin.
effective. That's the
That's right.
receptor. So
And
let's,
that's been proven scientifically as well with the data with Gary,
yeah,
those students.
data with
That,
Gary.
yeah,
We got lots of data, but
yep.
you don't need the data to do it. Just do it. Let us
Just
know how we can help you do it. We're here.
start your year out with
Do it.
BioTouch, right? Yeah, just
2026 is the year of do it.
do it.
Just touch. Let us know how we can help you. We're going to be here every Monday helping you remember the importance of gentle touch in your life.
That's right. That's
So
right.
thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you all next week. Thanks, Bev.
Glorious week. Thanks, Paul.
I can feel the pain in sunshine or rain. So it's not caused by the weather, but it doesn't hurt that much after I feel your loving touch and we spend some time together. take my pain away each and every day. You're an angel from heaven on high. Your butterfly touch helps me heal so much, and I get better as time goes by. You take my pain away.